Welcome to Arkblade, Waves of the Factorial Impact, a game where you use the power of capitalism to turn the beautiful environment of Talos-II into a fully automated industrial hellscape. In this video, it is my mission to follow Endfield company policy by liberating this planet of every single resource it has to offer. So join me on this journey where we will carefully relocate the homeless so we can build an AI data center where their shelters used to be, use interdimensional time travel to manipulate the stock market, and mine ethically sourced rocks so the locals get infected by them and start buying my subscription-based medicine to suppress their suffering. Don't worry, according to our shareholders, we are the good guys. So let us dive in. And right off the bat, I didn't make the stupid decision of being born poor, and instead chose to start life as a billionaire CEO who for some reason resembles a penguin. And just like the CEOs of our world, I have constant hallucinations about my anime owl girl assistant. Well, it doesn't matter, since I need to use the zipline to get to our next destination in this absolutely safe valley, where nothing is happening. Holy shit, why is everything exploding? Thank God, all the explosions stopped the second I stepped off that zipline. Did that need to be mentioned? No. Did I do it anyways? No. You're just imagining things like, is this video even real? Well, it must be real, because I'm about to invent the language Spanish, so that I can make the local wildlife vanish. Okay guys, I know this floating pyramid is a residential building and all, and it's very important to you people, but our company really needs to place a 5G transmission tower here. But don't worry, we will be very careful in relocating your home. To fucking space. Hey wait, who's that girl and what is she about to do to my $300,000 transmission tower that the local taxpayer paid for? Why do I hear boss music? Hey guys, it's me, Zaflake. Apparently, the local residents didn't really like what I did to their home. So they now make me fight their janitor for the property rights. You wanna know a fun fact? John Soltz over here is called Ereignis, which is the German word for event. And this truly is an event, cause I can't rebind the combo skill button to right click since all of these Chinese gacha games have arbitrary reasons for not letting me rebind half the buttons on my keyboard. Ah shit, I probably shouldn't have said that out loud.
And you are. I am
fucking invincible!
Apparently not, since Agnes knocked us out for 10 years straight. But it's fine now, cause we just woke up from our little nap aboard our spaceship, the Dijon. And Perlica then explained to us that she is our adoptive daughter and we owe her $30,000 in child support. Also, we came originally from another planet called Terra, but the connection has been severed and the only way to go back is to get to a portal in the north of the planet. But the north has fallen since I got my ass handed to me by the janitor. So yeah, we need to rebuild civilization and retake the north so that we can go back to playing Balloons Tower Defense with pretty JPEGs. Oh, and the hub, which is our base of operations in Valley 4, is literally under attack right now, so we should probably go and save it. Perlica, you drive quite fast. I hope you won't lose your driver's license over this.
Don't worry, Enderman. I don't have one.
Wait, what? You know, this game has such a good look to it. Like, holy shit, see that rain PNG? No, I mean it. This game is beautiful, and I assure you that Perlica's wet thighs are absolutely detrimental to the lore and gameplay of Arknights Endfield. And I'm also sure that these amazing weather effects will be used to great effect in this game and not just appear once for the tutorial and never again. Anyways, we're still under attack, so we make our way down into the basement and find the source of the problem. This huge rock, which spawns the angry sentient rocks, but after destroying it, the attack didn't stop, because a high-ranking homeless person appeared and relocated Perlica into the floor. But fortunately, before he could hurt Andre, who has the best character design in Enfield, my whimsical Chinese dragon cuts the homeless man in half. Well, now that we have overcome the tutorial, it is time for the actual gameplay to start. Gambling is good for you. Gamble will make you happy. You should gamble more. Anyways, the local homeless people who may or may not have become homeless because we bought out all the property in the area have formed a union called the Ligma Boys, or LBs for short, and are now attacking the entirety of Valley 4 in cooperation with the sentient rocks. How the fuck are they doing that? And their goal is the destruction of all of our anti-homeless infrastructure. We can't let that happen, so we must help our business partners to get rid of them, starting with the hub area. Well, at least I would love to do that, but wouldn't it be really funny if my recording would just get stuck at exactly this point until my computer crashed 2 hours later? Oh wait, I'm back. Now I can start the mission, which includes laying exactly 80 meters of cable and not more. You might also notice that my team composition switched. Well, that is because I know exactly what I'm doing and I deploy the perfect amount of Italian furry men for the given situation. Also, don't worry, they didn't die because I shot them. They were just allergic to bullets. Well, anyways, after saving our business associates, they told us that they found the missing experimental parts that we can now give to Andre, so he can finish our total annihilation terror automata, or Tata for short. Now, with that finished, we have to proceed to our next important task, which is adopting a box. Oh wait, I'm getting a Teams call.
Someone save us! The Valley Fort! So many landbreakers! Help!
Guys, I think the HR department got him.
No, Endman. That's the final boss of the homeless people.
Holy shit, Asmongold! We have to stop him. So we went on our way to the next area, but first we have to cross this completely inconspicuous bridge and...
Endman, watch out, an ambush!
If not for some southern European miracle, I think we're done for. Thank you, Furry Dante, for saving us.
Un georgiano cammina portando 2 angurie sotto le ascelle.
Did anyone here understand what he just said?
No, Endman. I think he only speaks Italian.
That's good enough, let's go. Okay, we just got into a new area called the Valley Pass. And I'm not too sure what's going on here yet, so I made the preemptive decision to also employ a normal-sized bear for our protection. Unfortunately, the homeless smoked so much Zaza that even our bear can't pierce through the shield. So we have to go around it. Fortunately, we found some innocent refugees that we could threaten, but unexpectedly it turns out they were innocent and just needed our help, so we went to their makeshift underground camp.
Enman, some corporation made my sister mine Originium and now she has stage 3 neuropathy. Could you please help her?
I don't know. She doesn't look like she could afford healthcare.
And we will definitely sue that company into the ground for work safety violations.
Perlica, inject the kid with ibuprofen and build these refugees a shelter they can live in.
Thank you, Enman.
No problem. Also, don't worry about the machine gun turrets at the only exit of this camp. They're for your protection. I promise. Okay, now we can proceed to end Asmongold's reign of terror. But I really don't understand how to proceed here. God, I hope the game tells me exactly what to do so I can continue with my adventure. Whew! Thank God we got through that mind-crushing puzzle. Well, now we have to destroy the 3 small Zaza towers so the big bong stops its powerful barrier. Okay, let us continue to the definitely not a boss arena. Well, it turns out Asmongold was just a pawn who was being controlled by this goth lizard mommy.
Endman, what the fuck are you saying? This giant fat ass is trying to kill us.
Don't worry, I have a perfect plan to beat him. A healthy diet. Okay, that didn't work. Italian Dante stabbed his skull. Neferif, get your ass back here!
Dominate territory.
Oh, hell no! So Neferef got away, and we still have to clean out the rest of the Ligma Boys from Valley 4. But our path is blocked by giant boulders, so we need the help of strong furry men with their huge drills. Unfortunately, they don't have the proper gear for this type of job, but we can produce it for them by combining money and amethyst components. Since we chose to be born as a billionaire, the money isn't a problem. But how do we make amethyst components? Well, first we need to mine originium, which is a brown cancer rock, and use a refining unit to turn it into origo crusts. Then we need amethyst, which is the purple lean rock, and turn it into amethyst fiber. Then combine it with the origo crust in a gearing unit and produce the amethyst components for the crewmate's gear. And then just the amethyst fiber into a fitting unit to produce amethyst parts for the drill upgrades. And by finishing that mission, I got my last pulse needed for the guaranteed starter banner 6-star. I don't really care who I get as long as it's not Ardelia, because I already got her for free through the mail.
Greetings, Administrator. The name's Ardelia.
Well, shit. Perlica, do you remember the refugee camp from earlier?
Yes.
How exactly did they make $18,000 in a single day?
Yes.
I see. Well, since they're hungry and injured, we should sell them 8,000 pointy rocks. Of course, those pointy rocks were so tasty that their outpost leveled up. But the homeless people saw that the refugees, who were just slightly poorer people than them, get slightly less poor. So instead of attacking me, who is the whole reason they're homeless in the first place, they now attack the refugees. But don't worry, my anti-poor people turret shall keep them out of the neighborhood. After that, we got access to the TP module, which means we can go back to the Dijang, where our local tech priestess already prepared a 3D printer and a Zaza farm, so our operators can stop slacking off and make some dosh. Italian Dante, can you operate this highly complex machinery?
Ascolta, tieni l'anguria.
Sounds good enough to me. Also, I just got access to the stock market, which means I will buy goods, and instead of waiting for them to appreciate, I will just casually use our interdimensional travel machine to go to a friend's universe and sell the items there for instantaneous profit. Before we start with the next mission, I'm definitely in need of every single resource I can currently craft, because I like when numbers go up. Anyways, Neferef got away and the drills are hard at work, so I guess I can chill now and look at the perfectly safe and protected power plant that produces all the power for Valley 4. Hey, how is this power plant called again?
Chernobyl 2.
Whose fucking idea was it to call it that way?
Yours, Endman.
God, I'm smart. Fortunately, our Total Annihilation Terror Automata was built for this exact scenario and is perfectly capable of dealing with this problem. So we went on our way to the Originium Science Park, and while we were goofing off with the refugees, the furry men have cleared the path. And Tata is indeed very useful to remove all the blight, but it also overheats when doing it. Good thing Tata's creator Yvonne is right around the corner in the building full of gooners. Guess that explains why the Tesla Goon AI was in charge of making the nerd engineer character. Like, what the hell? Though Yvonne's way of fighting seems quite based. Also, we need to protect her from the unwashed masses while she upgrades and repairs Tata. We also made another outpost called the Infrastration and put the normal-sized bear in charge of it. After that, we were back on our way to Chernobyl 2, and on our way through the Origin Load Spring, we met the sister of our Italian furry man, who is Turbo Simp Red Riding Hood. I think I'm starting to see a pattern. Also, we just reached the miners camp, which means I've gotten some more pulls, and I actually got another 6-star with them. And it's not Ardelia, which means I can finally use the free 6-star ticket to get Pogranichnik and now have a proper team. This team now consists of Pogranichnik, who is the chillest Soviet border guard, refills my skill points, and calls his shield guards for assistance in battle. And Minion, who throws rocks around that give people cancer and is my main damage dealer. Chen, my whimsical Chinese dragon who will cut people in half without a second thought. And Amber. Here is a little demonstration what this team can do.
A blade unsheathed, its light unleashed.
You gods, formation!
Your end awaits. Cast
Instead of continuing with the main story, I used that proper team to go back and play through the entirety of the quarry area, cause I can't ignore people who are in dire need of help. Also, it's a coincidence that there was a tightly clothed bunny girl in there as well. Now that this international crisis has been solved, it's back to the mining camp, which is now being attacked by angry rocks. But don't worry, I figured out the perfect plan on how to counter them. It's called Italians.
Non potresti essere come Lemming?
Well then, on to the next area. Oh wow, what a nice looking bomb, what the fuck? Well, to proceed, I have to get from leaf to leaf without getting bombed on the way. Now that we've finished destroying 2 of the 3 anchors, the rocks have deployed the Krusty Krab to beat my ass as a little pre-taste for what's to come. Cause after destroying the 3rd one, I'm greeted by Trangle Dangle over here. Now that we have beaten Tringle Dingle, we can pass through the Cancer Rock dimension and get to our final destination, Chernobyl 2. And of course, it's being attacked by the Ligma Boys. But the Soviet engineer in charge of this place had the brilliant idea to nuclear blast himself and all of the LBs to orbit. But it turns out there was also another option called the Utyug Order, which doesn't include suicide. Also translated from Russian, Utyug literally means close iron. Well, we got all the nuclear codes to activate the order and... it didn't work.
Yeah.
Ah, never mind, it does. So, we fought through the bombardment, and right before we got to Neferif, her army of Ligma Boys was starting to overwhelm us. But fortunately, Italian furry Dante shot another woman. And thanks to that, it is now time for the final battle. After we beat her ass, she then beats our ass in a cutscene, so Tata has to heroically sacrifice itself for our shareholders. and Neferith escapes again. Now that we finished the main story, I still have quite a bit left to do. First, I built the ultimate mega factory that I definitely came up with myself to level up all the remaining outposts. I promise it's environmentally friendly. The environment in this case is my wallet. Then I had a Teams call with all the nation's representatives. I'm sure important stuff happened there. Then I head to Wolfgard's character story, where his long-lost brother had been killed by his other brother, so we killed him and burned him in trash. Very romantic. Then I didn't struggle at all with the puzzle bot convention. Did Yvonne's side story, where she's turbo sad that her baby bot Tata died, but don't worry, she will rebuild it. Then I did Gilbert's story, but I legit don't remember a single thing that happened in there. And then I left the best story for last, apparently, cause Lavatane's story is actually peak. Bear with me for a little bit, we have to go through some lore. You know, Originium, the brown cancer rocks, yeah, basically, if you get infected by them, you get Oripathy, which uploads you into the rock cloud network. And even hundreds of years later, you can be shat out from that rock with most of your powers and memories intact. It depends from character to character and you are a different person, but basically Angelina from Arknights turned to Gilbert and is basically the same person to my understanding. But Surtur, who is Lavatane from the original Arknights, didn't get any story in Arknights. And they made that the plot point here, cause Surtur legit forgot her own past. So Lavatane, who is the reconvener of Surtur, was trying to remember the past that even her past self couldn't remember. But since you are also on the team of I forgot, you gang up with her and go inside of her mind, where Lavatane then comes to terms with the fact that the past should probably stay hidden and she should just vibe with Enfield like Surtur did with Rhodes Island. Yeah, then I finished every single side story known to man, where we find out our little Amazon delivery bots are fucking sentient. And Grandma forgot she was old, so we had to pretend everything was like back in her day. The next day, she remembered that she was old, and then the following day, she fucking died.
She's left us.
I also finished every single other game mode Enfield had to offer. And finally, I explored the entire map, so not a single resource was left on this planet. And that's how I 100%ed Arknights Endfield. Wait, what do you mean there's another region? I've spent like 100 hours just in the first one. Ah!